Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me this week. So this week I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I incorporate into my life so I strike a work-life balance and how I look after my well-being. So if you're interested in hearing about 5 strategies that will help with your well-being and striking a work-life balance, then please keep on watching. Okay, so this week I'm going to be talking about striking a work-life balance. And the reason is because recently I've come across so many wonderful, dedicated, passionate educators who really love their work and love their jobs. However, that has been at the sacrifice of their mental health and also their well-being, their physical and mental well-being, basically. And so while we all love what we do, and all of the teachers that I meet are very passionate and dedicated about providing wonderful learning experiences for their students, it's really important that we engage in self-care. It's like that advice that we get when we're flying on a plane and going somewhere. And the announcement always says, put the oxygen mask on yourself first before you help others, even if it's your child. Because if you don't have the oxygen mask yourself, you're not going to be able to help others. And also you're not going to be your best self to be able to help others. So I think it's really important that we exercise some self-care. So here are 5 different strategies of how we can exercise some self-care and try to strike more of a work-life balance so that we look after our mental and physical well-being. The first strategy is always take time out for yourself. And that means that every day, it doesn't matter how long it is, whether it's 5 minutes, which is really doable, or whether it's an hour or 2 hours, invest that time into yourself, whether that's just watching TV, whether that's listening to music and having a little dance by yourself, or whether it's just having a conversation with a friend where you can offload some of the events of the day. But the main point is that you devote time to yourself and do something that you actually enjoy. Watching some comedy on TV, something really light and happy, having a dance, listening to music, chatting to a friend. So something that can be as little as 5 minutes up to 2 hours. Now, the second strategy, I think, that will really contribute positively to our mental and physical well-being is to put away our computers and put away our phones. It's so important that we have a digital detox every single day because we're all so connected, and sometimes that overstimulates our brain. So I think it's vital that we actually put our phones away at certain times of the day. We don't open up our computers at certain times of the day. Your computer should not be the last thing that you see before you go to sleep. First of all, that's going to really affect your sleep hygiene. Secondly, you're going to be thinking about the email that was sent and that you need to reply to it, and you're not going to be able to switch off. And thirdly, there is nothing that is that urgent that cannot wait until the next day. So if something urgent comes up, somebody will call you. Everything can wait until the next morning in terms of emails. So every day, try to have some time away from your phone, away from your computers. Number 3 is about moving. And I call it movement rather than exercise because moving could be just like walking around, it could be dancing, it could include exercise such as some strength training or walking up the peak, which is what I do, but making sure that you move. I very purposefully have a standing desk. And I'm in my standing desk, you'll see, I'm trying to keep still for this video, but when I'm actually working at my standing desk, I'm moving all the time. So I'm not sitting sedentary for hours on end. I'm actually moving as I'm at my standing desk. So ensuring that you have that movement. I was talking to some teachers at some other schools that I've been visiting in the last few months, and lots of teachers like to use the stairs as movement and as incidental exercise. So instead of getting the elevator, they'll walk up and down the stairs, and that's wonderful movement. It's important that we're regularly moving throughout the day and that we're not sitting at a desk for 6 to 8 hours in a day. Now, the 4th strategy in terms of looking after our well-being and striking that work-life balance is about sleep hygiene. I mentioned before that the computer should not be the last thing that you see before you go to sleep. And there are other sleep hygiene strategies that you can incorporate. A personal one that I have is I try, sometimes I'm not very successful, but I try as much as possible to not look at my phone after 8 p.m. because I don't want my brain stimulated and I want my mind to start calming down and preparing myself for sleep. So if you don't get messages from me after 8 o'clock, now you'll know why. Now, there are some other sleep hygiene routines that you can actually incorporate. I wear blue blocking glasses. I think I mentioned that before. You can turn off the blue light or turn the night mode on your phone if you're really going to be looking at your phone. Make sure that you're not talking to your friends or your partner about anything that's going to energize you. I tend to avoid exercise classes at night just before I sleep, only because I'm quite hyper after an exercise class and the adrenaline's normally running through me. So I'll find it quite difficult to try and unwind and go to sleep. I avoid exercise at night, and I actually also avoid late night meetings because I find that meetings also make me really excited and hyper. And so I'll try to schedule my meetings either early morning or during the day. But sometimes, of course, it can't be helped because of the time zones that we navigate. And then my fifth strategy for trying to strike that work-life balance is about meal prep. So I think food is medicine for your body, and everything that you ingest in terms of food can really affect your mood, your energy levels, and how productive you are for the day. So invest some time every day into your meal prep, whether that's preparing your lunch and ensuring that you've got lots of different colors and lots of different variety of foods, or whether it's trying to avoid those highly processed sugary foods. But I think meal prep really helps with productivity. It helps with your energy levels and therefore has this domino effect on everything else in terms of your work-life balance. So just to summarize the 5 strategies that I use to try and strike that work-life balance: schedule time for yourself and do something that makes you really happy. 2, put away your digital devices, whether that's your computer or your phone, at least for a period of time every single day. 3, incorporate some kind of movement, whether it's incidental movement or purposeful, intentional movement, such as going to an exercise class, or maybe you're just walking up and down stairs. 4, really be thoughtful about your sleep hygiene routine every night. Protect and preserve that time as precious. And 5, really think about the food that you are ingesting every single day, and perhaps start thinking about meal prep as helping you to manage your energy levels and your productivity every day. So thank you so much for joining me again this week, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.